Fantasy has always been the favorite genre out there in anime. The amount of creativity creators bring into their animes are just unimaginable. Exploring such vast concepts and themes, fantasy has always been an intriguing genre. Having an overpowered main character in it as well is just the cherry on the top to make the perfect blend for a hit anime. Today, Mad World brings you the top 10 fantasy anime with an extremely overpowered main character. Subscribe to Mad World and click the bell icon to get regular updates on the most enthralling and mind-boggling videos. Wait till you see the top 3 fantasy anime. We bet you would want to add them to your watch list. Let's delve into the list. Number 10. ROKKA, Braves of the Six Flowers. According to ancient legend, 6 heroes known as the Braves of the Six Flowers will be chosen by the goddess of fate after the revival of the demon god. The Braves will be granted powers to rise up against the fiends that attempt to turn the world into a living hell. The anime stars Ariete Mayer. He considers himself the strongest man in the world. He is ultimately chosen as a brave after meeting Nashitani Aoi Piena Augustra, a crown princess and a fellow brave. The two set out to meet the other braves, but when they gather, 7 heroes are present. The others soon begin to suspect Adlet as a fraud. Now on the run, Adlet has to utilize his unique skill set and fight for his life to identify the true imposter before it's too late. Number 9. The Sacred Blacksmith. Due to a heroic past and declaration of peace, surviving nations had forbade the usage of demon contracts. 44 years later, inexperienced yet eager Cecily Campbell aims to become a heroic example herself and protect the people of the city after inheriting her father's sword. Her first encounter is a crazed swordsman. Unfortunately, when the two clash, her weapon shatters. Luckily, she is saved by a skilled stranger wielding a strange-looking sword. Cecily is determined to get her sword repaired, but turns out no blacksmith is capable enough, except her savior, the blacksmith Luke Ainsworth. Meanwhile, a group of inhuman bandits, along with what seems like ice demons, appear and attack a convoy headed for the city. Luke suspects the use of demon contract and calls upon sacred powers to defeat them. However, a shadowy hooded figure lurks, watching from a distance. Who could this mysterious evildoer be, and what is his purpose? With so much going on, the anime is packed with suspense and adventure, and is definitely worth watching. Number 8. MAOYU, Archenemy and Hero. 15 years have passed since the war between the humans and the demons began. Dissatisfied with the slow advancement, the hero decides to forge ahead solo toward the Demon Queen's castle. On arrival, he makes 2 startling discoveries. The queen was of unparalleled beauty, and that she sought the hero's help. The unexpected turn of events confuse the hero, who refuses to side with the enemy. But the Demon Queen argues while giving evidence that the war had united humanity and brought wealth and prosperity to the southern nations. And ending the war would lead to the aid of southern nations is receiving to cease, leaving thousands to starve. She suggests a way to end the war while simultaneously giving hope to the whole world. But for this plan to execute properly, she would need the hero's help. Thus, the two finally team up and set off for their quest. The anime is filled with adventure and twists that would keep you at the edge of your seat. Don't pick which anime to watch next already, for we are just warming up with our list. Check out what we have next. Number 7. Lord Marksman and VANADIS. In a fantasy version of Europe, a war is brewing between enemy countries. One of these countries is Jikted, which has 7 regions ruled by war maidens known as VANADIS. One of them is Eleonora Ellen Viltari, who is equipped with powerful dragon-carved weapons. She launches an invasion against the neighboring rival Brune. Eventually, a young archer and an earl for Brune's region of Alsace has his entire army decimated at Ellen's hands. In an intriguing change of events, Ellen spares Tigre, giving him the order to become mine. The new alliance holds a greater meaning that slowly discloses itself. The anime features adventure, fantasy, and a dash of romance as well. Number 6. Dog Days. Flonyard. An alternate Earth is inhabited by human-looking beings with ears and tails of specific animals. The Republic of Biscani gets attacked by the feline forces of the Galette Leo Knights. In attempts to save Biscotti, Princess Milior summons a champion from another world, a normal junior high student, Cinque Azume. Cinque receives a sacred weapon called the Palladian and prepares for war. However, wars are fought peacefully in Flonyard, with sport competitions and 0 casualties. Cinque proves to be successful, but soon learns that he cannot return to his home world. The scientist begins to find a way back home for him, but until then he must serve Princess Milior as Biscotti's hero. Number 5. SEISEN, CERBERUS. In a delicate balance of power, 3 kingdoms rule the continent of Kua'an, all having a common fear, the evil dragon Dagenzord, whose sole purpose of existence is to destroy and devour all life. 10 years ago, a group of mages had failed to seal away the beast, leading to the loss of many lives, including the parents of our main character, Hiro. Luckily, Hiro was saved by the swordsman Giru, and under the latter's tutelage, Hiro soon becomes a swords master himself. His goal? To defeat Dagenzord in vengeance. Failure may lead him to the same fate as his parents. Will Hiro succeed? Watch the anime to find out. Number 4. Garo the Animation. The anime is set in medieval times in the country of Valiente, where the Makai order is under a terrible crisis as they are viewed by the church as agents of the devil for use of magic. Thus, the evil royal advisor Mendoza convinces the king to hunt and kill all Makai knights and priests who set foot in this land. This causes an increase in horror activity in that area, and their numbers infiltrate the country's government. Amidst all this chaos, a young Makai knight returns to the kingdom, donning the title of the Golden Knight Garo. Now for our top 3. Let's see what we have. Number 3. Chain Chronicle, The Light of HAECCEITAS. The anime is set in the land of Yugoto. The people here thought that the land they lived in was the size of the world, but instead, it is actually divided into several areas, each with a respective king. Although a few skirmishes and wars did occur among areas, the kings had round-table meetings to maintain peace and balance. But when a dark group of dark monsters appeared, everything changed for the worse. Will peace be restored at Yugoto? The anime follows an action-packed adventure of our heroes. Number 2. Grimm's Notes the Animation. The anime features a game that takes place in a world created by beings known as storytellers. All inhabitants of this world are bestowed with a book of fate at birth. All their lives are written in advance in the book. However, rogue storytellers known as chaos tellers are writing bad events in people's books without them knowing at all. It is now up to the holders of blank books of fate to seek out the chaos tellers and restore the world back to its peaceful state. Number 1. Sorceress Stabber Orphen. The anime is about the adventures of the renegade Krylan-Cello Finrandi, or simply known as Orphen, his potent apprentice Magic, and the feisty girl Cleo, who aim to save Orphen's foster sister Azali. The series begins with Orphen teaching Magic to become a sorcerer. His father pays for the tutoring, which he states is money poorly spent. Orphen's true intention is to return his sister Azali to her former human state, as she is revealed to be the monstrous Bloody August. After some encounters, Orphen and Magic set out and are accompanied by Cleo, who claims to go only because the Sword of Baltanders that Orphen requires belongs to her. Throughout the series, the characters find their use, though more often than not, Orphen must come to rescue the other two and display his mighty strength as a powerful and talented sorcerer. That's it from our top 10. We hope you've made your picks on which anime you're going to watch next. Let us know in the comments below which anime you think is the best fantasy anime with an overpowered main character. If you liked the video, give us a like and share the video with your friends. You might want to check out these videos as well. Subscribe to Mad World and ring that bell icon to stay updated with all our amazing and latest content. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.